welcome once again to Trinity Christian Academy, the home of the Conquerors. The junior varsity Conquerors are getting set to take on the Bulldogs of the Bolles School from Mandarin in Jacksonville, Florida. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau working our camera for us once again. Late start this evening as the middle school Conquerors took on the Eagles of the Episcopal School of Jacksonville. Unfortunately, though, the Eagles scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th and defeated Trinity 6-3 this afternoon. Well, that's the reason we're a little late this evening, but we're glad you're able to join us here on live stream through tcajax.org. JV Conquerors coming into tonight's ball game with a record of 8 wins and 5 losses, led by their head coach, Mr. Jeff Martin, who is assisted by Mr. Rollin Layton and Mr. Paul Bucci. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs of the Bolles School, the JV team, 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie, and that tie came against Ponte Vedra just a few ball games ago. Mr. Trey Leonard, the head coach of the JV Bulldogs. So we're glad you're able to join us, as we said, and here is the starting batting order for the Bulldogs of the Bolles School. Leading off in center field is Derek Champagne. Batting second, playing left, Connor Smith. Batting third, the pitcher, Simon Bracken. Cleanup hitter Connor Boyer is at third base. Batting fifth in right field, Luke Jenkins. Batting sixth behind the plate, Chance Moore. And batting seventh, playing first base, J.P. Schellenberg. Batting eighth at shortstop, Tyler Giesick. And batting ninth at second base is Tommy Fruits. First pitch from Justin Paris is grounded foul down the left side, and we are underway. Justin Parrish doing the pitching for the Conquerors. He has a record of 1 win and 1 loss, an ERA of 0.583. He's allowed 1 earned run in 12 innings pitched. No balls and a strike, and Parrish's pitch is outside. Just underway. In case you're joining us late, 2 pitches into this ball game. Derek Champagne, the center fielder, leading off for Bolles, and a breaking ball in there, a beautiful pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Conquerors varsity is about to get underway at Interlochen in about half an hour, and they're playing a District 2 ball game in Class 4A against Interlochen. We'll be trying to follow that one on Game Changer and bringing you the updates as we get opportunities. 3 balls, 2 strikes as that fastball misses a little bit inside. Champagne at the plate, leading off for Bolles with a big gap in right center, and this one is outside, so the leadoff man is aboard via the walk. That is walk number 1 issued tonight, and number 7 on the season for Justin Parrish. E.J. Kaviris at the mound. He's the catcher, making up the other half of the battery. Connor Smith at the plate for the Bulldogs. Runner at first, nobody out. Smith squares around, runners going, and this ball is bunted foul. Champagne had a very good jump. Champagne hitting .333 on the season. He has scored 3 times as well. Looking for the numbers on Connor Smith, not available on Max Preps. And this pitch, a little bit outside, throw down to second, up high, and a stolen base for Derek Champagne. The throw beat the runner, but it was up high. Albert Pringle had to come off the ground to make the catch. By that time, Champagne was able to get in under the tag. So the leadoff walk advances to second on a stolen base, 1-1 to Connor Smith. And a pitch from Parrish, good fastball on the corner, strike 2. There we found Connor Smith on Max Preps, hitting .250. And the 1-2, a breaking ball hits him, and not the way you want to start the ball game. A walk and a hit batsman, but the Bulldogs have their first 2 runners aboard. Pitcher Simon Bracken at the plate. He is hitting .375. And he's driven in 3 runs. First and second, nobody out. Crump charging in for the bunt. It's bunted down the third baseline, and a beauty. Parrish will not have a play, and everybody is safe. It was the first baseman, Matt Crump, who was charging. Third baseman, Sebastian Moore, covering the bag, and a beautiful bunt by Bracken loads up the bases. Connor Boyer, the cleanup hitter, third baseman for the Bulldogs, takes the first pitch for a strike. Boyer hitting .105 on the season, 2 out of 19. He has a double and a chance to drive in some runs, and he fouls this one back. So Parrish ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. A walk, a hit batsman, and a bunt single have loaded things up for the Bulldogs. Crump and Moore both in on the grass at the corners. A bouncing ball towards Pringle. He will look to second but go to first. Conquerors get the out, but a run scores on the RBI ground ball from Connor Boyer. Champagne crosses, Smith to third and Bracken to second. One away for the right fielder, Luke Jenkins. Jenkins hitting .105 as well. Second and third, and the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Sebastian Moore at third base. Jaden Rivera at short. Albert Pringle at second. Matt Crump, the first baseman. We'll get to the outfield in just a moment. And the pitch ripped hard but foul down the right side, and that would have certainly scored 2 and been at least 2 bases for Luke Jenkins. In left field, Anthony Bucci. Center field, Justin Simmons. And in right, Denver Wood. Caveras behind the plate. Justin Parrish on the mound. No balls, 2 strikes on Jenkins. The Bulldogs have a run in. The 0-2 misses just a bit outside for a ball. Jenkins has driven in 3 runs, or rather 1 run on the season, and scored 3 times. And the pitch downstairs, and it evens up the count at 2-2. Outfield playing shallow, looking for a chance to possibly cut the run down on a sac fly. One out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parrish works from the stretch with second and third. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Parrish trying to minimize the damage here in the top of the first. Chance to get out of the inning with just the 1 run scoring. Catcher Chance Moore steps in for Bolles. 3:08 on the season. And the first pitch is a slow curve in there for a strike. Moore has 4 hits and 13 trips to the plate. This is the latest update from Max Preps. And a bouncing ball towards Rivera. He has to wait for the hop. Strong throw to first in time, and a good arm by Jaden Rivera. That'll retire the side. He had to wait for the ball to come down off that initial hop, but he made a bullet of a throw. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 men left. Half inning is played. Bolles leads 1-0. Bottom of the first, the Bulldogs scored a run in the top half. They lead 1-0. Leading things off for the Conquerors is the first baseman, Matt Crump. Batting second, playing second base, Albin Pringle. Justin Simmons is the center fielder. He will hit third. Jared Donald, the designated hitter, bats fourth. Sebastian Moore is playing third base. He's hitting fifth. Batting sixth is the catcher, E.J. Caveras. Batting seventh in left field, Anthony Bucci. The shortstop, Jaden Rivera, will hit eighth. And in right field, Denver Wood rounds out the batting order. And they will face number 15, Simon Bracken. And the freshman Bracken is 0-1 with a .227 earned run average. He has made 4 appearances, so this is number 5. He has also picked up a save as well. Bracken in 12 1/3 innings pitched. He has walked only 2 men and struck out 13. 9 hits off the freshman. So a good job by Bracken here on the JV Bulldogs roster. Matt Crump, Albin Pringle, Justin Simmons do to lead things off for the Conquerors. Again, that varsity game scheduled to start at 7 p.m. down at Interlochen. If you're a Game Changer follower, you can pull that up and see what's going on, but we'll bring you updates as we get those available as long as we are on the air. Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau on the camera, bringing you the action between the Bulldogs and the Conquerors junior varsity game. Big rivals in all sports between Bolles and Trinity Christian Academy. Matt Crump leading things off for the Conquerors. Crump is hitting an even .500. And the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 14 out of 28, he's driven in 5. And the 0-1 upstairs. Count even at a ball and a strike. Beautiful Friday evening, 70 degrees here on the west side of Jacksonville. Hot shot, but foul. Missed by about 6 inches down the third baseline. So Crump hit the ball hard, but a little too far out in front. He's down in the count 1-2. Good crowd on hand here at Trinity Christian Academy. Thank you to the fans from Bolles making their way across the St. Johns River. The high school home of Chipper Jones, Hall of Famer for the Atlanta Braves. And a bouncing ball down the third base side is foul. Of course, former Chicago Cub Rick Wilkins also played his high school ball at Bolles. Very big, rich tradition in baseball and football as well on San Jose Boulevard. Corky Rogers, the former football coach, announcing his retirement in the offseason. Fantastic high school coach, one of the best ever here in the state of Florida. And the pitch is up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If I'm remembering correctly, I think he's won nearly 10 state championships in football. Hopefully I'm remembering that correctly. 2-2 is just a little bit low for ball 3. So the count full on the Conquerors leadoff hitter, Matt Crump. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, a hot shot off the glove of Bracken and into center field. Matt Crump hit that ball awfully hard, and Kraken got a glove on it but was unable to knock it down. And the Conquerors have the leadoff man aboard via the base hit. We told you Crump was hitting .500 coming in. That will go up a little now. Second baseman Albin Pringle hitting .375 with an on-base percentage of .722. He squares around a bunt and he fouls it off. Pringle 3 for 8 on the season, but he has walked 5 times to give him that terrific on-base percentage. Joined the team late in the season, but it's been a big part of the Conquerors' offense and defense since he came out to the field. Crump with a big lead off first. Pringle again squares, lays down the bunt, It stays fair, and that's a base hit. Now nobody covering third, and Matt Crump with the heads-up base running. He's able to advance all the way around. That's a base hit for Albert Pringle on the bunt. Chance Moore did all he could do. He had no play, tried to let it go foul. The ball stopped just inside the line, so the Conquerors have the runner at third with nobody out. Pringle aboard at first, center fielder Justin Simmons at the plate. Tell you about Simmons in a moment. Pringle goes, the first pitch is up high and no throw down to second, but Pringle had a fantastic jump, so he's in there with a stolen base. Ball one to Simmons, who is hitting .375. He has driven in 5 runs, 6 out of 16 at the plate. Conquerors with the potential tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position, and ball 2 also misses up high. Justin Simmons, the freshman, with a chance to put the Conquerors on the board and possibly into the lead. And the 2-0 swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Crump led off with a hot shot up the middle. Pringle bunted his way aboard, and Crump took third as nobody was covering. The 2-1 coming to Simmons. At the top of the zone to even up the count at 2-2. Head coach Mr. Trey Leonard leading the Bulldogs to a terrific 7-2-1 record so far this season. Simmons asks for time, and he's granted it. Jeff Martin and former Conquerors player Rollin Layton. Of course, Jeff Martin played ball for the Conquerors back in the 90s, and Rollin Layton, a graduate just 2 years ago. And this pitch is down in the dirt and blocked by Moore. Rollin Layton, a member of the Class 4A state champion Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors in 2015, his senior year. The 3-2 coming from Bracken is taken on the corner. A good pitch for strike 3. Simmons thought it was a little inside, but he is out on strikes. And it brings up the designated hitter, number 2, Jared Donald. He's hitting .333. He's driven in 4, and he's also scored 4 times. And Bracken wants a new ball. Second and third, 1 out. Bracken picked up a big strikeout just a moment ago. Bottom of the first, we did start a little more than half an hour late due to the middle school ball game that ran long. And the first pitch to Donald is rolled towards short. That's going to bring a run home. Throw to first is in time. Pringle makes a big turn around third, but he will hold up there. Tyler Jessic gets the out at first, but Jared Donald drives in the tying run. Matt Crump scores, and that heads-up base running he took on the bunt from Pringle paid off, and the Conquerors have tied the ball game. 2 down, runner at third for the third baseman, Sebastian Moore. 190 on the season, but he's driven in 6 runs and scored 5 times. And the pitch is a good curveball for a strike. Moore playing third base. He also does some pitching for Coach Martin. Might see him on the mound a little later tonight. The 0-1. Up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pringle is the runner at third. There are 2 outs, and the 1-1. Curveball stays upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Simon Bracken on the mound for the Bulldogs. And he delivers the 2-1. Another beautiful curveball in there for strike 2. A lot of bite on that breaking ball. And Moore now with 2 strikes. Have to be more aware of that curve from Bracken. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but also 2 hits and a run. And after 1, we are tied at 1. Each team scored a run in the first inning. Both leadoff hitters reached and came around to score. Champagne for the Bulldogs, Matt Crump for the Conquerors. Justin Parrish on the mound for Trinity. He will face hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. J.P. Schellenberg, Tyler Giesick, and Tommy Fruits. Leading things off here in the top of the second is the first baseman, number 1, J.P. Schellenberg. 667, but a small sample, 2 out of 3. The Bulldogs won the first meeting between these two teams 4-0 over on San Jose Boulevard. Well played game by both teams. But it was Bolles who came out on top. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Parrish is outside for ball 1. Again, everything I'm reading to you is as of the latest update for the Bolles Bulldogs on Max Preps. Chopper back to the box. Parrish reaches up high and snares it and gets the out at first. 1 away. 10 games in the books on Max Preps. 1 game not yet reported, so this is as close as we have it. Tyler Giesick, the shortstop. 214 on the season, and the pitch is inside, and that's ball 1. Giesick has driven in a couple of runs. He's 6 out of 28 on the season. Scored 9 times, however. And Parrish hits the outside corner for strike 1. The 1-1. Changeup stays inside. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Justin Parrish. And he's retired the first 2. Check that. I'm a little ahead of myself. That's strike 2. And that pitch is downstairs. So I will take the strikeout off my book. And Giesick up there. Swing and a miss, and we'll put it right back. So that is strikeout number 2 for Justin Parrish. That's what happens when you put a mark in the wrong little box in the book. Tommy Fruits, a second baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. 231 on the season, 5 out of 33. Or 5 out of 26 officially, 33 plate appearances for the freshman Fruits. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. Just a few minutes away from the scheduled start time of the varsity Conquerors at Interlochen. And this one is up and away. Conquerors defeated Duval Charter School 9-0 last night. Austin Martin Amar went deep with a 3-run shot. Ground ball to Rivera. Another strong throw to first in time to retire the side. Parrish retires the Bulldogs in order. We go to the bottom of the second, tied up at 1. Bottom of the second, Conquerors and Bulldogs tied at 1. 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. Due up for Trinity Christian, E.J. Caviris, Anthony Bucci, Jaden Rivera, and if anyone gets on, Denver Wood is due up fourth. Each team got a run in the first. Connor Boyer drove it in with a ground ball, scoring Champagne for Bolles. Jared Donald's RBI ground ball brought in Matt Crump. E.J. Caviris leads things off here in the bottom of the second, 304, but an on-base percentage of .500. And this pitch is swung on and missed. Good hard swing, looking to do some damage. 7 out of 23, and he's driven in 7. No balls, 2 strikes as that one catches the corner. And the 0-2, high drive, well hit into center field, but right at Champagne. He takes just a couple of steps over. Caviris hit the ball hard, but he is out. One away, Anthony Bucci steps up. He is the son of assistant coach and official scorekeeper Paul Bucci, who keeps us up to date on Game Changer as well. Bucci hitting 136, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. First pitch, low and outside for ball 1. He's done an excellent job out there in the outfield for the Conquerors. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anthony Bucci, freshman, as are most of the Conquerors. Bouncing ball towards third and foul. So 1-2 on Bucci. Live stream through tcajax.org. The 1-2 to Bucci. Curveball looked good, but it stayed inside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Bracken with the windup and the pitch, and it hits the batter, so Bucci will be aboard. Ball hit off of the shoulder this afternoon. Ivan Nova with the win. Watson got the save. Fultonwitz took the loss for the Braves. Ground ball towards short. 6-4, throw to first. Not in time. Jessic to Froats for the force out. And a fielder's choice for Jaden Rivera. Good hustle by the freshman Rivera to beat the relay throw to first. 2 away. Denver Wood, the right fielder. This team played Providence varsity last weekend, and Denver Wood went up and over the fence to rob a Providence Stallion hitter of a home run. Throw to first, and the runner is back. The varsity Conquerors at that time were up in Cary, North Carolina in the National High School Invitational. So Coach Gil Morales asked the JV players to take on the #1 varsity team in the state. Providence won the game, but the Conquerors put up a fight. And we mentioned Denver Wood going up and over that right field fence. Gold glove play. Rivera with a huge lead off first. The 0-1 popped up and out of play. So Wood down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 misses outside, ball 1. Bolles dugout and fans wanted the call. It was close, but it goes in Wood's favor. So the 1-2 pitch coming, and a breaking ball misses up high. Chance Moore came up looking to throw to first as Rivera is getting a tremendous secondary lead. The ball came out of Moore's hand, however, allowed Rivera to get back with ease. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bracken from the stretch, runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3. Rivera got a good jump, but strike 3 nullifies any play at second base. A hit batter and a runner left at first. After 2, we are tied at 1. We've played 2, and each team has put 1 run up on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Bolles. 1, 2, and 0 for the Conquerors. Justin Parrish on the mound for Trinity Christian. He started the ball game, as has Simon Bracken for the Bulldogs. Top of the order due up for Bolles, Champagne, Smith, and Bracken. Detroit Tigers defeated the Red Sox 6-5 this afternoon. Frankie Rodriguez won it in relief. Pablo Sandoval for Boston. Brian McCann, or rather McCann for the Tigers. Brian McCann's on the Astros. That's James McCann for the Tigers. Went deep, each one with his first home run of the season. And at Pittsburgh-Atlanta game, David Freese and Francisco Cervelli each went deep. Nationals had a 7-0 lead. They held on to win 7-6 over Philadelphia. First pitch to Champagne is slapped foul. Bryce Harper hit home run number 2. Murphy his first, and Worth his second for the Nationals. And a pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. For the Phillies, Alter hit his first, and Galvis his second. No balls, 2 strikes. Parrish with the pitch. A dribbler down the third baseline. It trickles foul. So the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Champagne walked, stole a base, and scored in the first, the only run of the game for Bolles so far. And Parrish trying to make sure no more score. The 0-2 once again. A breaking ball misses well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parrish working from the stretch with the bases empty, as he usually does. Bouncing ball to Rivera, throw in the dirt, but dug out by Crump, and that is out number 1. Rivera had to charge in, made the throw, still moving towards home plate. The ball was in the dirt, but Matt Crump dug it out for a terrific play, and there's 1 away. Connor Smith was hit by a pitch his first time up. Slow curve in there for a strike. And a chopper foul off the foot of the hitter Smith. So no balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th in Denver, the Rockies lead the Dodgers 2-1. San Francisco at San Diego tied at 1 with the Padres batting in the bottom of the 2nd. Just underway, the Yankees are at Camden Yards taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The 0-2 from Parrish. Curveball got him, strike 3. Number 3 for Justin Parrish, and he gets the first 2 men here in the top of the 3rd. He has now retired 8 in a row. And the pitcher Simon Bracken at the plate. And that one is fouled off to the left side. Toronto at Tampa Bay. Ball game starting any moment now. Oakland at Texas in about an hour. Cubs at Milwaukee. Kansas City in Houston. Twins at the White Sox, all scheduled to start at 8:10 Eastern Time. The 0-1 from Parrish, line drive, base hit into right field. Denver Wood will field it and get it in to hold Bracken to a single. Well placed, well hit, and Bracken has himself a base hit. Second hit off of Parrish. And with 2 outs, runner at first, Connor Boyer will step up. He brought home a run with a ground ball to the second baseman Pringle. That came in the first inning, scoring Derek Champagne. Parrish from the side this time gets the strike. Dropped down and came horizontal, and he's ahead 0-1. Cincinnati at St. Louis a little later on tonight. The 0-1 is downstairs, 1-1. Later on, Cleveland is in Phoenix to take on the D-backs. And out west, Seattle Mariners at the Los Angeles Angels. And again, Parrish drops down from the side, and this one misses the outside corner. So 2 balls and a strike to Connor Boyle. Foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Varsity game now underway. Trinity leading Interlochen 1-0. Still batting, or the first inning just now ending as we speak. Load up game changer, let you know how the Conquerors scored that run in the top of the first. The 2-2 is behind the hitter. Bracken was off on the pitch, so that'll be a stolen base. And now a full count on Connor Boyer. Keelan Washington scored on a wild pitch to give the Conquerors that 1-0 lead. The speed that Keelan has, no one's going to get him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Parrish strikes out 2. He gives up a hit. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd, tied up at 1. 1-1 tie as we go to the bottom of the third, and the Conquerors have the top of the order: Crump, Pringle, and Simmons. We mentioned Keelan Washington scoring on a wild pitch. He led off the inning with a single. He stole second and third and then scored on that wild pitch. Keelan Washington, one of the fastest players in Northeast Florida, used that speed to give the Conquerors a lead. This is a district game that the varsity team is playing at Interlochen. A.J. Labus on the mound for the Conquerors. He has an ERA of about 0.27 this season. So even with just a 1-run lead, Coach Gil Morales is in good hands with A.J. Labus on the mound. Matt Crump leading things off for the JV Conquerors. He singled and scored in the first. Chopper foul down the left side. I'm going off memory here, but A.J. Labus has given up 1 earned run in about 36 innings pitched. Remember, with high school, ERA is based on 7 innings pitched. 1 ball, 1 strike. Interlochen, though, now has the tying run on second base with 1 out. The 1-1. Curveball misses up high. Count even at Crump ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Well hit into left center field, way back. It is down in front of the fence and rolls all the way. Crump makes the turn. He's heading to third. There will be no throw, and Crump has himself a leadoff triple. For a moment, it looked like it had a chance to get out. It dropped down about a few feet in front of the fence, hit off the fence on the bounce, and Crump is at third with a triple. Great start to the third inning for the Conquerors. Runner at third, nobody out. Albert Pringle laid down a beautiful base hit bunt down a third baseline. Stole second base, but he was left stranded there. Now he's over to talk to Coach Jeff Martin. All 4 Bulldogs in on the grass at the moment. Pringle's already showed how well he can handle the bat. 375 on the season, 722 on base before that at-bat in the first. Bracken's first pitch is a breaking ball, misses up and away. Labus got out of the inning unscathed, so the Conquerors lead 1-0 after 1. High pop fly heading right to me. It's not quite going to get to me, and actually looked like it was going to be out of play, but it stayed in. Moore unable to get a glove on it, so Pringle will get another shot. For a moment, I thought we were going to get a ball, Dean. Did you bring your glove? No, he didn't bring his glove. Not going to protect his father on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pringle. Upstairs, ball 2. Dean, a junior here at Trinity Christian Academy, working our camera for us, planning on working with computers and electronics after high school. Former Conquerors JV baseball player. Most improved player on the JV team last year. 2-1, instead to throw to second, and Crump is back. Throw to third. Pringle ahead, 2-1. A lot of room up the middle, and the pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. Matt Crump hit a triple off the left center field fence. Pringle trying to bring him in. It's 2-2, and the pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. So one away, Justin Simmons at the plate. Conquerors fans not happy with the call, but that's out number one. Simmons was called out on strikes in the first. Crump with a modest lead off third and the first pitch. Bracken has had that breaking ball working well so far tonight. No balls and a strike. Justin Simmons at the plate. His brother Dylan playing for the Conquerors varsity down in Interlaken. Line drive off the glove. Throw to first. And that's an out. Simmons hit the daylights out of the ball. Boyer knocked it down, saved a run, and got the out at first. Can't hit the ball much harder than Justin Simmons did on that pitch, but nothing to show for it. Excellent job by Boyer to knock it down, stay with it, keep the runner at third, and get the out. 2 down for Jared Donald. Brought home a run with a ground ball to short his first time up. And a throw to third, runner back just in time. That was a very close play and a very good move to third from Simon Bracken. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. That ball ticketed for an RBI single into left. Boyer said, "Not while I'm standing here." 1 ball, no strikes. A pitch to Donald, swing and a miss. 1-1. So it's going to take a base hit from Donald to get that run home. And this is strike 2. Of course, Crump with pretty good speed. If the ball gets away from Chance Moore, Crump has a good chance of scoring. The 1-2. Bouncing ball headed toward the middle. Nice running stab by the shortstop, Gisick. And that retires a side. The leadoff triple left stranded at third, thanks in large part to Connor Boyer at third base. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the fourth, tied at 1. Five, 6, and 7 due up for the Bulldogs here in the top of the fourth of a 1-1 game. Luke Jenkins, Chance Moore, J.P. Schellenberg due up. Connor Boyer saved a run. A vicious line drive off the bat of Justin Simmons. Boyer got his glove on it, kept it in front of him, and got the play at first. Also holding the runner, Matt Crump, at third. Crump led off the inning with a triple, but was unable to score. Pitcher's duel going on between Justin Parrish and Simon Bracken. Each pitcher has gone 3 innings so far, allowed just 1 earned run. 3 hits for Trinity, 2 for Bolles, and Parrish ready to start inning number 4. Luke Jenkins went down on strikes his first time up. Downstairs for ball 1. Varsity Conquerors threatening in the top of the second. They already lead 1-0. They have a runner at third. And this pitch misses low and inside. The 2-0 from Parrish. Up and away. So Jenkins way ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. This one catches the corner, so Parrish gets strike 1. The 3-1, strike 2 called. Jenkins looked like he disagreed with the call, but the count is full. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Justin Parrish. 1 away for the catcher, Chance Moore. Grounded to the shortstop, Rivera, his first time up. Moore came in hitting .308, having a pretty good season. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Ball 2 misses inside. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch in there for strike 1. Schellenberg waiting on deck. And the 2-1 from Parrish. Good fastball for strike 2. Parrish is a hard-throwing sophomore, and Coach Gil Morales has some high hopes for him in the next couple of years on the varsity team. Chance Moore fouls this one off. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, a slow curve is in there for strike 3. So Parrish also with a biting curveball, and he's been changing speeds all night long, keeping the Bulldogs off balance. He has struck out 3 in a row and 4 out of the last 5 Bulldog hitters. J.P. Schellenberg at the plate. First pitch is a fastball that nearly hit the batter. Schellenberg grounded back to the box his first time up. That led off the second inning. Schellenberg, a freshman, 2 for 3 coming into tonight's ball game, and this one is outside, ball 2. And this one is fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. And this one misses outside. Parrish works from the stretch even with the bases empty, but he's been very effective all season. This one has popped up, and Parrish is there to make the play. That's a second 1-2-3 inning out of 4 for Justin Parrish. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. Still tied at 1 as the Conquerors come up here in the bottom of the 4th. Sebastian Moore due to lead off, followed by E.J. Caveras and Anthony Bucci. The varsity Conquerors now lead Interlochen 2-0. Dylan Simmons drove home a run. He reached on an error, scoring Connor Aldrich. And the Conquerors lead 2-0, still batting in the top of the second. Sebastian Moore leading things off. He went down on strikes to end the first inning. Each team got a run in the first. Champagne and Crump have scored for each of the Bulldogs and the Conquerors. Connor Boyer and Jared Donald driving in those runs, each with ground balls. And the first pitch from Bracken is in there for a strike. Been a good pitcher's duel, and we've already seen some defensive gems on both sides. And this pitch is low and inside. So Moore has a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Bracken's pitch is up high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And a pitch upstairs, ball 3. Moore well ahead, 3-1. Looking for a pitch he can hit hard. High fly ball, but he got under it, lifted it for the center fielder. Champagne ranges far to his right, and he makes the play, 1 away. Bracken, the freshman, in case you missed it, 2.27 ERA coming into tonight's ball game. This is his 5th appearance. E.J. Kaviris at the plate. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 from Bracken. No balls, 2 strikes. Kaviris might have chased one a little outside. And he's down 0-2. Up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, he struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Simon Bracken, who is averaging just over 1 strikeout per inning on the season. Anthony Bucci stepping in. And this one is up and in. Bucci was hit by a pitch his first time up. And the 1-0, swing and a miss. Count even at a ball and a strike. After today, on Monday, the Bulldogs at the Episcopal School of Jacksonville, Monday, April 10th at 6 p.m. At Providence on Tuesday, that game at 6:30. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the Bulldogs JV ends its season at home against University Christian on Thursday, April 13th at 7 p.m. The 2-2 to Bucci downstairs. We'll let you know what the Conquerors JV has left on its schedule in our next half inning. Ground ball, base hit, seeing eye single for Bucci, and he's aboard with 2 outs. Hit number 4 for the Conquerors. Bucci aboard at first for the shortstop, Jaden Rivera. He reached on a fielder's choice. 6-4, cutting down Bucci at second base. That came in the second inning. First pitch to Rivera, strike 1. Conquerors got a run in each of the first and second innings. The varsity team, that is. They lead Interlochen 2-0 in the bottom of the second. High pop fly. Third baseman Boyer takes it and puts it away to retire the side. One hit, one left. After 4, it's still 1-1. Tyler Jessick, Tommy Fruits, Derek Champagne due to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. We are tied at 1. Justin Parrish, Simon Bracken entrenched in a very good pitcher's duel that's had some really nice defensive plays from both teams. Jaden Rivera at short, Matt Crump at first, teaming up for some good defense. Connor Boyer saved a run on a very hard line drive from Simmons. Tyler Jesick at the plate, an 8th grader on this Bolles JV team. He's played some good shortstop tonight as well. And the pitch started to show bunt, pulled it back and took strike 1. No balls and a strike, and the pitch from Parrish on the outside corner, strike 2. We will recap this ball game on TCABaseballJacks.com. Go there either late tonight or might get it up tomorrow morning depending on time. Click on the press box when you hit that site and you'll see write-ups of all Conquerors baseball and varsity softball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tyler Jessick. And a pop fly down the right side. Crump heading over, and he makes the play. We're tied at 1 here on the JV game down in Interlochen. The varsity Conquerors, last we heard, leading Interlochen 2-0. And this pitch is in there for a strike. Middle school Conquerors fell 6-3 to Episcopal earlier this afternoon right here at home. Episcopal put 4 runs on the board in the top of the 7th. Came from behind to win it. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch popped up. Parrish giving chase. So was Kaviris, but neither one could get there in time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 on Fruits, and the pitch hits him. Down around the foot and ankle area. That's the second batter that Parrish has hit tonight. So the Bulldogs have a runner at first with 1 out. Top of the order, Derek Champagne at the plate. He has walked and scored, and he's grounded out to the shortstop, Jaden Rivera. Conquerors JV has 3 games left on its schedule. This Monday night, they will host Bishop Snyder right here at Trinity Ball Yard at 6 p.m. Champagne squares around, pulls it back in time. We do plan to have that one live streamed. TCAJacks.org. Give the last 2 after this pitch from Parrish. Ground ball to Rivera at short. 6-4, but the throw to first is not in time. Good hustle by Champagne to avoid the double play. A fielder's choice, but the Conquerors get the force out at second. 2 down, a runner at first for Connor Smith. Next Thursday, April 13th, the Conquerors are at Episcopal. And the final game of the Conquerors JV season, a home game, April 21st against Bartram Trail. The time to be determined. Pitch is down low, runner goes, the throw is high, and another stolen base for Champagne, his second of the night. Very reminiscent of the stolen base he had in the first inning. Pitch down low, throw up high, Champagne got in. So, potential lead run at second base. Connor Smith ahead, 1 ball, no strikes. Chopper towards short, Rivera fields, throws, in time, side retired, and Smith is hurt. Smith limping as he peeled off to the right side, and he limps his way into the dugout. Let's hope he's all right. A hit batsman, runner left at second base. We'll see about Connor Smith. Bottom of the 5th coming up, tied at 1. Conquerors coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th in a 1-1 ball game. Concern is with Connor Smith. He hurt himself hustling down the line on that last play. He is out of the ball game. KJ Fagan has taken over in left field. Let's hope it's not too serious for Connor Smith. Not sure if it was a hamstring, a knee, but there was some kind of a leg problem as he was limping his way into the dugout. Let's hope he's all right. Denver Wood leading off for the Conquerors here in the bottom of the 5th. He struck out swinging his first time up. Bracken's first pitch is fouled off. Simon Bracken has gone the distance so far. 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's had a terrific curveball, just as Justin Parrish has had for the Conquerors. The 0-1. That breaking ball missed up high. The 1-1. Low and outside, ball 2. Smith being attended to in the first base dugout. No word yet on just what happened. 2-1, and Wood drills one foul. And out of play, off the batting cage. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He hit that one hard, but way out in front. A lot of room in right center for Denver Wood. And he fouls this one off. Stayed alive, another one of those hard biting curveballs from Simon Bracken. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, he's out. 5th strikeout for Simon Bracken, 1 away. Top of the order, first baseman Matt Crump. He is 2 for 2, a single and a triple. He's also scored a run. Only run of the night for the Conquerors. Hot shot and a base hit for Crump. That's his 3rd of the night. Matt Crump came in hitting an even 514 out of 28. Now 17 out of 31 on the season. One out, Crump at first, Albie Pringle at the plate. He is 1 for 2. We've already seen how well he can bunt. He beat one out in the first. Throw to first, runner back. Temperatures have dropped down under 70, 68 degrees. Wind chill making it feel just a little bit cooler here on the west side of Jacksonville. Beautiful Friday afternoon and evening. And Pringle calls time. Crump hit the first pitch he saw into left field for a base hit. He is 3 out of 3. Varsity Conquerors have put 3 runs on the board in the top of the third at Interlochen. Lead it now 5-0. Austin Martin, a 3-run homer. Keelan Washington and Chad Ragland on base, so Amar for the second day in a row has gone deep with 2 men aboard. And the pitch, Pringle squares around, lays it down, might beat this one out. It stays on the line. And again, Crump, as he did in the first, looked and saw an open base at third, but this time Connor Boyer able to get back and keep the runner at second. That ball stayed right on the line. And that's the second bunt single of the night for Albie Pringle. One out, runners at first and second. Justin Simmons has struck out, and he was robbed of a hit his last time up. So way to go, Amar. Again, he had a slow start to the season, but he has caught fire. Second day in a row with a 3-run homer. Simmons started to go, held up in time. And the Conquerors are still batting. They have second and third with 1 out. And the pitch is up and in to Simmons. Crump at second, Pringle at first. Justin Simmons at the plate. And ball 3 misses inside. And time called before the pitch, so no pitch. Justin Simmons well ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. A lot of room in right center for Simmons, and the pitch. On the inside corner, Simmons started to head toward first, but he will come back. Still ahead in the count. He can pick out one to his own liking. Left fielder Fagan way off the line. Simmons trying to pluck. Donald out in front of that changeup. No balls and a strike. Conquerors have added 2 more at Interlochen, now leading 7-0. The 0-1, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. It's the second time that Dylan Simmons has reached on an error. Each time has scored runs. So the Varsity Conquerors look like they're well on their way to a district win. Popped up. First baseman Schellenberg puts it away. Conquerors get 2 hits but do not score. After 5, we are still tied at 1. After 5, we are tied at 1. Simon Bracken due to lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th. Connor Boyer, Luke Jenkins scheduled to follow. Justin Parrish has pitched 5 innings. He's allowed only 2 hits. He's retired the last 7 he's faced and 8 out of 9. Simon Bracken is 2 for 2. He has the only 2 hits off Parrish. First one came on a bunt in the first, and then he slapped one into right his last time up, stole a base, and was left at second. Bracken matching Parrish on the mound as well. He's given up 4 hits, but only 1 run. And a pitch. This one is slapped foul. No balls and a strike. Each team got a run in the first. Bulldogs in the top half, Conquerors in the bottom half, and that's been it. The 0-1 from Justin Parrish outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Varsity team still batting in the top of the 3rd, leading 7-0. 5 runs have scored in the 3rd. Austin Martin, 3-run homer. Ball 2 to Bracken. Bouncing ball up the middle. Rivera cuts in front of the bag. Throw to first. In time. Jaden Rivera has played terrific shortstop for the Conquerors tonight. He's made 5 assists, make that 6. Most of them not very easy either. Connor Boyer, the 3rd baseman. He is 0 for 2, but he's driven in a run. First pitch catches the corner for strike 1. Ground ball, foul. So Parrish well ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Luke Jenkins waits his turn on deck. The 0-2 popped up over near the dugout. Crump is there to make the play. Two down. Luke Jenkins at the plate. He has struck out both times up. Parrish has struck out 6 total. This one fouled straight back. No balls and a strike. And a pitch inside. Evens things up 1-1. The 1-1 from Parrish is inside and just missed hitting the batter. Chad Ragland is at the plate with the bases loaded down in Interlochen. Conquerors still batting in the 3rd inning. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 is ball 4. Walk number 2 issued by Parrish. Catcher Chance Moore now scheduled to hit, but Coach Martin wants to talk with his pitcher. Moore is 0 for 2, a ground ball to short, called out on strikes his last time up. Coach Jeff Martin leading the JV Conquerors. He's shaking hands with Justin Parrish, so that might be it. Justin Parrish getting a very well-deserved hand from the Conquerors crowd. We'll total up his numbers in just a moment. Number 7, freshman Bryce Janney heads to the mound for the Conquerors. 5 2/3 innings for Parrish. 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He is responsible for the runner at first. Bryce Janney, the freshman, on the mound for the Conquerors. A hard throwing right-hander. Janney is 1-1 on the season. He has an ERA of 3.50 in 10 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 7 total. He has walked 2 and struck out 6 and allowed 9 hits. Gives him a whip of 1.1, very respectable. His job is to get this final out here in the top of the 6th, turn it back over to his offense. Well, Parrish cannot win it as he's exiting in a tie ball game. Padres lead the Giants 3-1 out in San Diego. That game in the middle of the 5th inning. Yankees at Baltimore tied at 1 in the top of the 3rd. Yankees batting. Marlins 3, Mets 1. Marlins batting in the top of the 3rd up in Queens. Tampa Bay 5, Toronto 2. Blue Jays batting in the top of the 2nd. Just about ready to get underway. The Athletics at the Rangers and the Cubs at the Brewers. Royals at Astros, Twins at White Sox. Just a little later, Cincinnati at St. Louis. And the West Coast games, Cleveland at Arizona and Seattle at Anaheim. Bryce Janney getting set to throw his first pitch. Chance Moore, the hitter. Ground ball to Rivera. Has a little trouble with it and will not get anyone. That'll be an error on the shortstop, Jaden Rivera. So the Bulldogs now with a chance to take the lead as J.P. Schellenberg steps to the plate. Two outs, 2 runners aboard. And the pitch downstairs for ball 1. Jenkins at second, Moore at first. Janney with the pitch, it's outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Would you believe it? Austin Martin has hit another 3-run homer and the Conquerors now lead 12-0. And a pitch in the dirt, but Kaviris blocks it. Everybody holds, but it's 3 balls, no strikes. Chad Ragland hit a double that scored 2. And Amar followed with that 3-run shot. The Conquerors have scored 10 runs in the top of the 3rd down at Interlaken. 3-0 from Janney is a strike. So Austin Martin has 3 3-run home runs in 2 ball games, actually 1.5 ball games. Way to go, Amar. The 3-1. It's popped up and headed out of play into the Conquerors bullpen. Austin Martin, a senior on his way to play some big-time college baseball at Vanderbilt University. Picked up 9 RBIs in 1.5 ball games. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners are on the move and a pop-up over the head of Rivera, but Bucci is there to make the play. Bulldogs threaten, but do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 1. Bottom of the 6th, 1-1. Sebastian Moore, E.J. Conquerors, Anthony Bucci due up for the Conquerors. And the varsity Conquerors are still batting in the top of the 3rd. They have scored 10 runs and they lead 12-0. Right here, it's been a pitcher's duel all night long. Simon Bracken still going for the Bulldogs. He has allowed 6 hits, but only 1 run. He has struck out 5. That coming in 5 innings of work. So Bracken, the freshman, getting ready to start inning number 6. He will face Sebastian Moore first. Moore is 0 for 2. Flew out to center his last time up. Temperature starting to dip down a little bit more toward the mid-60s. And the first pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. Moore with pretty decent speed. They get him on. We'll see what Coach Martin has in mind. This one is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. The way Matt Crump is hit tonight, Conquerors want to get him up with some runners on base. The 1-1 inside, nearly hit him. 2 balls and a strike. On the inside corner for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Sebastian Moore, and it hits him. So the Conquerors have the leadoff man aboard. That is the 2nd batter that Bracken has hit. And we mentioned Moore with pretty good speed. He's now aboard at first. He represents the potential go-ahead run. And of course, if Janney can shut the door, that could be the winning run standing there at first base. E.J. Conquerors at the plate for the Conquerors. Big lead by Sebastian Moore. Throw to first. He did not get down, but he got the foot in just in time. Sebastian Moore, they call him Seabass. There's a lot of room down the right field line, left field line also. And a curveball misses upstairs. Both corner outfielders playing more toward the gaps. So if Conquerors can put one down the line, he could run for a long time. Also a big gap in right center. Moore on the move. Throw down to second. And a stolen base for Sebastian Moore. So that power winning run standing at second base now. Of course, the Bulldogs do get an at-bat in the top of the 7th. Remember, we started this game more than a half hour late, so there's still about 32 minutes left if you're thinking of that 2-hour time limit for JV baseball. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch is outside, ball 3. And we started late because of that middle school ball game. Episcopal 6, Trinity Christian 3. 3-0 to Conquerors, and Bracken steps off. With Froats covering the bag, holding Moore close. Ground ball to the right side, could very well score that run. And the pitch is on the outside corner. Conquerors was taking all the way. Sebastian leading off second base, and the pitch. Check swing, and he went a little too far. Full count on E.J. Conquerors. 3:04 coming into tonight's ball game. And a full count pitch. Grounded foul just outside the bag, down the left field line. Didn't miss by much, but it did miss. Moore was hit by a pitch. He stole second. Conquerors trying to at least advance the runner to the third, hopefully drive him in instead. Anthony Bucci waiting on deck. Again, a lot of room on the infield to the right side, and a turn and a look, but nothing going on. Connor Aldrich has just driven on a run for varsity. Tyler Eisenberg scores. It's 13-0 in the third inning. 3-2 the pitch. Ball 4, and the Conquerors have 2 men aboard. That is only the first walk that Bracken has allowed, and now Coach Trey Leonard will head out to the mound. Bracken has done a fantastic job, but wondering about fatigue setting in on the freshman. Coach Martin has a chance to talk things over with his base runners. Anthony Bucci will be stepping up to the plate when we resume, and that is going to be all for Simon Bracken. A fantastic job for the young man. He's heading to the dugout, and we'll see who the new pitcher is. And just like Parrish for the Conquerors, Bracken getting a good ovation from his fans. Well deserved. No one on the mound yet for Bolles. However, the catcher Chance Moore has also left the field of play, so it's possible that he will be the new pitcher. Bracken heading back out to the mound. And he's going to pick up the catcher's gear, and he'll put it on, so it's going to be a flip-flop of the battery. Chance Moore heads to the mound. Simon Bracken behind the plate. Bracken, 5+ innings. He is responsible for 2 base runners. 1 run, it was earned. 6 hits, he walked 1 and struck out 5. But again, responsible for Sebastian Moore at second and E.J. Conquerors at first. Padres lead the Giants 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th. They're batting with 1 out and the bases loaded. Yankees 3, Baltimore 1 that game at Camden Yards. Orioles batting in the 3rd. Marlins 5, Mets 1 in the 3rd inning as well. Tampa Bay leads Toronto 5-2. That game in the bottom of the 2nd in St. Petersburg. Just underway, the Rangers and Athletics in Arlington. They are scoreless. Cubs and Brewers will start any moment now. Kansas City and Houston also just about to get underway, as are the Twins and the White Sox and the Reds and the Cardinals. Pirates beat the Braves 5-4 this afternoon. Detroit 6, Boston Red Sox 5. Washington held on to beat Philadelphia 7-6. They were leading 7-0 as late as the 6th inning, but the Phillies came back, could not get that tying run across. Bryce Harper hit his 2nd home run. Daniel Murphy his 1st. Jason Worth his 2nd for the Nationals. Altuve and Galvis homered for the Phillies. Rockies defeated the Dodgers 2-1. Garneau for the Rockies hit his first home run of the year. James McCann and Pablo Sandoval each went deep in that Red Sox-Tigers game. David Freese, Francisco Cervelli homered for the Pirates in their 5-4 win over the Braves. 2 men on, nobody out. Conquerors with a chance to break this 1-1 tie. Anthony Bucci stepping up. He is 1 out of 1, hit by a pitch and singled. So he's been on base twice. Jaden Rivera, Denver Wood scheduled to hit next. Chance Moore in relief of Simon Bracken. He turns and fires one to second, but Sebastian Moore is back. Big lead off first by Conquerors. Nobody holding him on. Bucci squares around, could not get the bunt down. No balls and a strike. Chance Moore, 1 win, no losses, 263 earned run average. 13 1/3 innings pitched. Again, Bucci squares around. This time he takes ball 1. Game on the line with runners at first and second and nobody out. The 1-1, Bucci lays it down, and we're going to have a play at third. It gets away. Here comes Moore. He will score. Conquerors stops at third, and Bucci takes second base. Conquerors lead 3-2. Throwing error on the first baseman, Schellenberg, allows the run to score. That'll go as a fielder's choice for Bucci. More importantly, the run is in. Conquerors now at third and Bucci at second. No RBI credited. Jaden Rivera at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Conquerors lead 2-1. Threatening to add on. Nobody out. Rivera at the plate and the pitch. A breaking ball misses for ball 1. Rivera has reached on a ground ball, fielder's choice. He's also popped up. Good contact will get a run home. Ball 2. Denver Wood, the on-deck hitter. Rivera looking for one. He can get through the infield to drive home the run, and he takes one at the knees. Good pitch and a good take by Rivera. Not looking to get too eager, just looking for a ball he can hit. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Rivera now with a count of 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Moore with the pitch, swing and a miss, a slow curve, and Rivera was out in front. That is out number 1. Denver Wood at the plate. 1 out. Wood has gone down on strikes twice. Conquerors at third, Bucci at first. And a time called. And the pitch. It is fouled off, and the ball hit Wood in the face. He is down. Denver Wood swung and fouled it off. Ball hit the ground, came up and hit Wood, And now both Coach Martin and Coach Layton attending to their right fielder. Denver Wood fouled the ball off, hoping he's all right. And we're going to pause here while the coaches attend to Denver. Conquerors have a courtesy runner at third base for Conquerors. That is number 23, Garrett Sigley. Right now the attention is on Denver Wood. It was not a direct hit. The ball bounced off the ground, so the ground took some of the blow, but it came back up and hit Wood. And now Bolles coaches as well attending to Denver. His father out on the field as well. And the Bulldogs lost Connor Smith running the bases earlier in the ball game. And Wood now sitting up. That's a good sign. And he's going to be helped up. Getting a good hand from everybody here in attendance. Excellent sportsmanship all around, and we're always glad to see that. He's going to be helped off the field. That's going to be it for Wood. Matt Luxembourg has grabbed a bat. He'll head to the plate to bat for Wood. No balls and a strike. But good to see the young freshman able to get up and walk off under his own power. So Matt Luxembourg is going to inherit a count of no balls and 1 strike. Garrett Sigley running for Conquerors. He's at third base. Conquerors had walked. Anthony Bucci, the runner at second, he reached on a fielder's choice. 1 run is in. Sebastian Moore. And the Bulldogs lost Connor Smith running the bases earlier in the ball game. And Wood now sitting up. That's a good sign. And he's going to be helped up. Getting a good hand from everybody here in attendance. Excellent sportsmanship all around, and we're always glad to see that. He's going to be helped off the field. That's going to be it for Wood. Matt Luxembourg has grabbed a bat. He'll head to the plate to bat for Wood. No balls and a strike. But good to see the young freshman able to get up and walk off under his own power. So Matt Luxembourg is going to inherit a count of no balls and 1 strike. Garrett Sigley running for Conquerors. He's at third base. Conquerors had walked. Anthony Bucci, the runner at second. He reached on a fielder's choice. One run is in. Sebastian Moore. So there is a runner at third for Crump. He's hit the ball very hard 3 times. Single to center in the first, a triple to left in the fifth. Or rather the third, and a single to center in the fifth. And now he is going to be put on the intentional walk. Albie Pringle at the plate. Pringle has bunted for base hits twice. He has also been called out on strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 out. 2 runs are in. Conquerors lead 3-1. And a pitch from Moore on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1 coming from Moore. Runner goes. No throw down to second. So now, 2 men aboard. Pringle at the plate. And the pitch, a swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Two strikes on Pringle. Varsity Conquerors now leading 14-0 at Interlochen. Dylan Simmons singled home run number 14 in the third. Interlochen batting in the bottom of the third. That inning just ended as we spoke, so the Conquerors coming up in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss, and that retires the side. However, the Conquerors score 2 runs on no hits, and we go to the 7th. Trinity Christian leads 3-1. Bryce Janney needs to get 3 outs to finish off the win in relief. He would be the winning pitcher should the score hold up. Justin Parrish went 5 2/3. He'll get no decision either way, but he was terrific. He hit 2 batters, he allowed 2 hits, he walked 2 and struck out 6. 1 earned run. Simon Brocken did very well for the Bulldogs, but he is responsible for the 2 runs that scored. So he's on the hook. Bryce Janney trying to finish it off. Conquerors got 2 in the 7th to take a 3-1 lead. Tyler Jessick, Tommy Fruits, Derek Champagne due up for Bolles. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bryce Janney, a hard-throwing freshman. He winds and delivers the 0-1. Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. want to thank you for joining us here on live stream through tcajax.org. Ray Bureau, always loving bringing you the action. Ball 2 misses inside. Thank you especially to our Bulldogs fans as they're watching from across the river. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Count even at 2-2. Janney winds and delivers the 2-2. Curve ball in there for strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Bryce Janney. And Tommy Fruits at the plate. He is nothing out of 2. He's grounded out to short both times up. One out. Conquerors lead by 2. We are in the 7th. And the pitch popped it up over near the corner, and Conquerors unable to get there in time. Conquerors hustling over. Ball just out of his reach. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1 from Janney. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Top of the order, Champagne waiting on deck. Bulldogs need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. And the pitch. Ripped foul down the left side and off the batting cage. Fruits all over that one, but out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. So Janney, who throws hard, he went to the curveball with both batters on the 2-strike pitch, and he caught them both looking. Derek Champagne needs to get on base to bring up Fagan, who waits on deck. First pitch misses upstairs. So 1 ball, no strikes. I want to thank Dean for working the camera once again. Another terrific job. And the pitch. Line drive, a base hit in the left field. And the Bulldogs do have the potential tying run now at the plate. Derek Champagne, second time he's been on base. 2 out of 4 officially. He did also reach on a fielder's choice. Check that. 1 out of 3. He walked as well. Throw down to second on a stolen base attempt. And again, it is up high. So that is the 3rd time Champagne has stolen second base here tonight. So a runner at second. 2 outs, no balls and a strike. Fagan's first at bat of the night. He came in for Smith earlier in the ball game. Drive into center field, but right at Justin Simmons. He took 2 steps over and made the play to end the ball game. Final score, Trinity Christian 3, Bolles 1. Bryce Janney gets the win in relief with an inning and a third. He struck out 2, allowed 1 hit. Sam Bracken takes the loss, but he did a terrific job on the mound as well. 5+ innings pitched, only 1 run through those first 5, but 3 total. For Dean on camera, I'm Ray Bureau. On behalf of Principal Dan Worley, Coach Jeff Martin, head baseball coach of the program, Gil Morales, I'm Ray Bureau, thanking you for joining us, thanking all of our fans for coming in attendance. We will see you Monday night for more JV Conquerors baseball through tcajax.org. Good night. God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy.